Houseblend.
G'day, all humans. Welcome back to Houseblend Season 2. It's your host, Callie Krajic here. Today, we're featuring Marcus Angeloni performing Charlie Brandywine.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he always took his chances, spent his holidays in jail, singing for the inmates just to see them smile. Oh, alcohol was his calling card, and he never stuck with one woman for too long. Partied his way to heaven, came back just to rage in hell. So drink, drink, drink it up, oh, drink like Charlie Brandywine. Drink, drink, drink up all love, and sing, sing, sing it up, oh, sing like Charlie Brandywine. Always singing up to the angels above. Well, moon shining, drunk, driving, campfire storytelling. Oh, he's a man, come to style. And hard party, powder coat and dancing, and ragtime swinging. All the ladies wanted to go with his rock and roll, quit imitating. The sun is up and he's still singing. Comes and goes faster than a homemade pie. So drink, drink, drink it up, oh, drink like Charlie Brandywine. Drink, drink, drink up all love, and sing, sing, sing it up, oh, sing like Charlie Brandywine. Sing up to the angels above. So drink, drink, drink it up, oh, drink like Charlie Brandywine. Drink, drink, drink up all love, and sing, sing, sing it up, oh, sing like Charlie Brandywine. Sing it up to the angels above. So we sing it up to the angels above.
G'day, all humans, and welcome to Houseblend, Marcus Angeloni.
Howdy.
G'day. You brought a couple of friends with you today. We have James
Hello.
and Harvey.
Hey.
Thank you for being here on Houseblend, you two.
Thank you for having us.
Wouldn't be the same without them.
Truth, yeah. I mean, the performance was incredible with them, so we're just so thankful for them to be here for all of it. So, Marcus, you're from Swanksville, Pennsylvania?
Schwanksville.
Schwankville. Yeah, say that with me so the people at home will know. Schwank.
Schwanksville, Pennsylvania.
Swanksville, Pennsylvania. Yeah, home of or close to the Philadelphia Folk Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the music scene like out there, and how does it compare to the Pacific Northwest?
Oh, well, the Philadelphia folk music, I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just, I got it tattooed on me. The Folk Musical Festival, that's where, like, I got a lot of experience in, because I didn't for other cultures, other states, and other. It was just like a blend of everything. So, heavy Grateful Dead roots, classic rock, 60s, 70s. So that kind of started out here. So if anything, it's a kind of going off what's already been here. If anything, it's similar vibes. Yeah.
Similar vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a much smaller town out there, though. in
Yeah, where I lived,
comparison.
it was pretty small. That town is next to a bunch of towns that end up making one big town, But yeah, Schwenksville just has like a couple bars, stoplights, little river, old post office, a Wawa.
Wawa.
There's a gas station.
Oh,
Kind of
cool.
like a Plaid or something, but yeah, got some hoagies.
Nice.
Hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders.
So in 2020, you released your first album,
Yeah,
Hillbilly Crooner.
Hillbilly Crooner.
What was that experience like?
Well, James really released it with me. Really, I mean, the album would not be the same without him, and he helped arrange the songs with me and played on every single one of them. And then a couple other cats that I met in my short time here, like 9 months here, played with me. Pete Krebs, Taylor Kingman, Dave Lipkin, John Newfield, Mike Kirkendall recorded it, and they were all just a cool, great experience, like members of the Portland musician community that just got to jam with me, and it was fun. It was a good album. I think,
Nice.
yeah.
What is it about playing with James and playing with Harvey that it's so special to this trio, or
Well-
just group in general? Because you don't always play together all the time.
Right. You're right. I kind of play with whoever's available. I really love playing with James. He's always down. He's available often for me. Thanks.
Well, you were my housemate for half a minute.
I did.
You lived
guys
at the
put me
house
up.
for a bit.
Yeah.
And that kind of facilitated that
Yeah. You got to know the
a little
songs.
bit. Yeah, we were hanging out.
Hell yeah. But really, James. I mean, James is like a musician in all of his ways. That like he's a multi-instrumentalist. He plays with a number of different people and genres that like I admire. And Harvey's doing the same thing. We met at PCC.
Nice.
I think there's a lot of musicians like that, but as far as like going forward, like I have fun with other people who want to experiment and can do multiple things and pull me out of my comfort zone. So,
Nice.
Yeah. That's I think I pulled them out of their comfort zones today. Well,
Nice.
Maybe not him. I don't know. But we had a good time.
Perpetual state of comfort.
We gotta fuck him up. Excuse me.
Yeah, Harvey, what is it about jamming or performing with Marcus that just makes the chemistry work so well?
There's a sort of like freedom, I suppose. Yeah, I play a lot of different styles of music, and I've tried to study music, as much as many of us try to study all sorts of things in life. And so I feel like it started to move me in sort of a more rigid way.
Sure.
And so it's kind of nice to be like, just have the freedom, the way the songs are structured, and to be able to offer, input and have ideas and communicate. And I think that's really the biggest thing, so the ability to communicate. I think it's what makes it work, I suppose.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, you two as well are both busy doing your own projects. I know you do production and do instrumentals for hip-hop artists, what you were saying. And then, James, you're a member of the Scratch Dog String Band.
Yeah. We were a hard-hitting band playing 200+ shows a year for a while there, but that slowed down a lot.
Sure.
But but that's kind of been a blessing in disguise. We're still playing a couple of gigs, but this whole pandemic thing has given me a little bit more opportunity to focus on my songwriting, performing some solo stuff, and eventually like to get a new band together to do my solo project. But of course, I love sitting in with. I got a bunch of friends. We play old school jazz and country, and I'm fortunate to have an amazing community that has kept me here for the past 7 years. And I love playing all styles, but really old jazz is where my heart is. And,
Nice.
But I can do that with folk music too. I try to break the rules a little bit, like 4 chords, but I can play all the notes if I want to. Try not to bug the songwriter too much, but.
Well, if you know anything about Marcus Angeloni, we like to break the rules sometimes.
Thankful for the music community, break the rules sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Speaking of songwriting, Marcus, you've been quoted as being a pretty high volume songwriter. I think at one point you wrote 19 songs just in the month of February.
Before COVID.
Yeah,
Right then.
pre-COVID. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How are you able to just be as productive in that sort of time span with that much content?
Well, it's really like my experiences, and like the more stimulation I have from life, the more I have to write about. And so like that was right after I recorded the album, right after we played like the show with kind of a crew who really knew the songs, and my birthday was right then. So I was just like was meeting people, talking about things, and yeah, songwriting is just like, I can put that energy in anywhere I've found,
Sure.
but like when I put it into songwriting, it's usually really healthy and crazy, and some good things happen. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, for sure. And I recorded all those songs, and figuring out what to do with them. Might re-record them. They might just be demos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I know that with this performance today, you were very folk forward and folk focus, but you've expressed interest diving into other genres and
Yeah.
trying to tapping into other new things. What other genres would you like to dive into, and what does that mean for the future of folk Marcus Angeloni that we may know?
Yeah, well, I come from like playing like funk, reggae, and punk. Like those are the genres that I played, and then like David Gilmour is like one of my favorite composers, and that's kind of where I grew up from. I always had like a studio at home. I always had basses and amps and drums, but then after high school, I spent the last 10 years just not in that type of situation.
Sure.
So like even the past year with COVID, just like consistently listening to music through speakers has been like revolutionary for me. So having a bass now, writing with that, like I just want to, I don't really believe genres exist to constrain us. I believe they exist to identify us. And so like I just want to keep playing and have fun and write.
Sure.
In new ways, and really like collaborate with people like I'm sitting next to. Like I'm lucky to sit next to these people and the people they sit next to. I'm living my dream.
It's beautiful.
That's the best way to say it, I think.
Harvey and James, have you been enjoying any sort of genre bending or experimentation with Marcus specifically?
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know. We jam a bit,
Sure.
I'd say, and so sometimes I'll hop on drums and he'll play some guitar and sing and stuff, or play bass, and we can all kind of jump around and play multiple instruments. And so with that happening, there's like it's inevitable. The experimentation, the crossing over.
Learning how to use Ableton and like use it more fluidly where it's an instrument.
Sure.
Writing with it. So like I don't know, as a kid, like I used to put on dubstep and like play along,
Nice.
like
Yeah,
party
yeah,
and
yeah.
have my friends, and like we'd have like a band playing along with that, and I listen to just whatever I can listen to, and I think sometimes when I don't know, man, it's just like just playing music, like we just jam. We haven't really started writing anything yet, but like we're just gonna do it.
That's awesome. Well, I will say for
Yeah.
myself, and perhaps for all the humans that are listening and watching, that we are very eager to hear what future may unfold for all of you with your jamming or bending those genres into something a little different.
Can I get an and many more?
and many more.
Yep.
Now, Marcus, we know each other pretty well outside of this setting. We like to chat. And there was one point we talked about in your earlier days in the industry that you were diving the music industry and focused on sobriety as well.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I guess I didn't give a shit about industry before I got sober.
Sure.
Like then when I was sober, I was like, I need something to do. So I was like, make money.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
What influenced you to go into that chapter of sobriety, and then where do you feel like as the importance of the fine line in the industry with sobriety and recreation?
Right. Well, I mean, no one's fault but my own. I didn't have a good sense of like what like health was and self-care.
was aware of the ideas of them, but like I wasn't practicing them. I didn't do them, and my life was way out of balance. And especially for where I was living, I was legally out of balance.
Sure.
And like morally out of balance too, and so I jumped through some hoops to just regain freedom, and then not just freedom from my past and what I did, but also just like that sense of living, the kind of downward spiral without like real any drive, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I just keep good people around me, and I learn everything I learned during that. It's never a bad thing to get sober, it's never a bad thing to reach out for mental health or anything. Like when I was doing it, like I always said, like I'll go to rehab when I'm totally done, when I know I'm gonna quit,
Yeah.
and then you sometimes you use it as like an opt out, and it ends up like making sense to you,
Absolutely.
But Chris, God bless Chris Farley. He didn't make it, but he went to rehab 17 times. It's just people. You're never like not welcome there. And I think as we move forward, the stigma dies because
Right.
screw that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Enjoy your
yeah.
life, and like if you need something to get better, then you get better. You know what I mean? Like I smoke, and like the doctor doesn't like give me a hard time about me trying to clear my nasal pain. He's not like you can't have the fucking medicine because you did it to yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
He encourages me to quit smoking, but like he doesn't withhold the other help.
So on the song, "Don't Be Worrying, Mama,"
Yeah.
their lyrics that are in there, and I might get these incorrect, but it says, "I'm only 27, but I've lost too many friends."
Too many friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And from drugs, from my mistakes, from misunderstandings. That song's just about like keeping my side of the street clean and holding my promises to people. And why do that? Because I've done the other thing, and that kind of sucks, So try the other thing.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think, the music community in Portland, in addition to the people that we surround ourselves with, it can really hold a beautiful core of support. And we're just so grateful for you to be here and to have your fantastic players to be a support to bring everybody up.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Thank
You
you.
too.
I've got a heartbreak in my heart, won't go away. It's as deep as space, and I've been singing these blues ever since my heart was torn up and abused. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues. I've gotten high, and I gotten drunk, prayed up to all the gods, heavens above, and all across this land I have roamed, trying to find a way to heal my soul. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues. down county jails and halfway houses, rehabilitating in the valleys and the mountains. Try to get away, won't let me be. These Pennsylvania blues be the death of me. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues. Got the Pennsylvania blues.
We are going to move on to the next part of our program called the Cali Cap. So you two may know each other pretty well, but you may not know everything about each other. So I have a random array of questions here for you to pull out of the cap and then ask each other. My only request is that you don't pile all the questions onto one person, that you do mix up kind of who gets to ask each question. So Harvey, I'm going to hand this off to you. And if you just pull out a question and either ask James or Marcus here.
Do I have to decide ahead of time, or can I look at the question?
No, you can look at the question first.
You're gonna give me the good ones.
Yeah.
Pass this along,
Yeah, you can. We'll read the question first, and then we'll go to the next one.
All right, so this one will be for James. So we'd like to know what 3 albums should be on every jukebox. Yeah.
Every jukebox.
Jukebox.
Do they even have those anymore?
How about everyone's playlist?
It says jukebox.
I like
Jukebox?
jukebox. No, I like jukebox. I mean, if I had my choice, it would be.
What is your choice?
Yeah, it would be. Probably "Desire" by Bob Dylan. Be a good choice. Probably
I heard the devil likes that album.
"Rubber Soul" maybe by the Beatles, and maybe Leon Redbone, maybe "Champagne Charlie." Leon Redbone.
Is that the guy who wrote Lazy Bones?
Well, he didn't write it, but he does
does
a
that
killer
song.
version of it. Yeah, yeah,
I love that
Fantastic.
song.
yeah.
Righteous.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Harvey.
All right,
No,
Marcus.
thank you,
Go
Marcus.
ahead and pull a question out of the cap.
Oh, here, let me get one.
Yeah, I can hold on to it for you, or you can hold on to it if you really feel near and dear to that question.
You need it?
I do not.
I need it.
I got you.
Good ask, James.
All right.
What's the strangest thing you've seen in someone's home?
In someone's home.
It's revealing.
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess. Well, it's really weird, and I used to actually make, jun, which is kind of like kombucha.
Sure.
When people are making a lot of stuff like that. Oh, I'll tell you what the weirdest thing was. It was at this trailer in Arcata, and this guy was this awesome gypsy jazz guitar player took me on this acid trip, and went into his trailer, and he had in the back he had this composting system for his feces and stuff.
Cool.
It was disgusting, and I was pretty fried. And I'm looking at all of his shit, and I had because I had to go too. So I'm like, dude, I can't do this here. So that's the weirdest thing I've seen in the house. Yeah,
Someone's home.
someone's composting their own fecal matter.
It's free.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Thanks for asking, Marcus. Appreciate it. All right. So who hasn't been asked a question yet?
Everyone besides you.
Oh, it's just me.
Yeah. I really like just load them on you.
Okay. Oh, I'll give this one to Marcus here. Marcus, what's What's your favorite way to eat/cook artichokes?
On pizza, already cooked,
Mm.
just on the slice.
Throw it
Nice.
on a slice.
But one time, the best way I ever cooked it, my friend Santiago and Hannah showed me this. We're in the Bald Eagle State Park. You just wrap it in tinfoil and you throw it in the fire. It's called a
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
I've
can do
seen
like
that.
stir fry like that. You cut up your peppers and potatoes, wrap it in the tinfoil, throw it in the fire, butter it, oil, whatever, salt and pepper, and then it's called a hobo stir fry. Classy.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, artichokes like that too.
That sounds delightful.
Should you do another one and ask
Yeah.
Harvey? Or,
Yeah, definitely.
Or, oh no, it's Harvey's turn. Nobody's
This is
asked
the
you a
way it's
question yet,
going.
though.
Well,
wanna
whose
ask
fault is
Harvey a
that?
question.
That doesn't mean we throw off the order
You're
in
right.
which we asked the question.
Probably
No, you're
right.
good. I'm gonna say that this should definitely be a question directed towards Harvey, though.
This is a good one for Harvey. We've been waiting for this one. What movie? This would be awesome. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical?
What?
What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical?
Aren't all movies musicals?
Depends on your definition of musical.
Yeah. I have no idea. Yeah. Most of the movies I watch, man, there's like music. I guess
Right,
it's
the
different, but
soundtrack.
you're taking it to the stage.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
theatrical
That's
musical.
what you're talking about.
Like
Okay, I
when
got
you
you.
order your
I got
coffee,
you.
you need a medium.
Okay, I got you.
I do that sometimes.
I don't know. I recently watched mid '90s. Actually, I'm gonna say, you ever seen God, what's that movie with like Omarion and Marcus Houston?
I don't know.
It's You Got Served. It's
Oh,
all just
yeah.
super crazy dance battles and flips. That I would drop some. I'd go see that. Honestly, I would love, especially if you get Omarion and Marcus Houston. Come on.
That's true. That's
You
true.
get the original. Come on. Yeah. So
That'd be good.
that's yeah.
Reboot opportunity. Make sure you have us on set. Omarion, Marcus Houston. We want a You Got Served to reboot the musical.
Facts. Yeah.
We'll be in it
I like it.
for sure.
Harvey, will you pull out another question out of the Cali Cap, please?
So I guess I'll direct this at Marcus. Who's your favorite crooner?
It's a really tough one.
Sorry, James, you couldn't get that one.
Alive or dead?
Any?
I really. Oh man. Me. Bobby Charles is really special to me. I like what he did. I like everything about him. Bobby Charles. Listen to Bobby Charles. And then I don't know. Bobby Charles.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't want to get into a debate about crooners.
That's fair.
James does.
Can Papa Daddy jump in on this one? I love,
Phone a
I love
friend.
my crooners. I mean, Frank Sinatra clearly, but and actually Bob Dylan does some good crooning on his later albums. But the best moment in croonerism of the 21st century is Iggy Pop
Oh,
on his
sure.
2011, 2012 release called Après. And he croons. He does La Vie en Rose, and he's got this beautiful low bass croon with this slow vibrato. Yeah, Iggy Pop would be my. Just jumping in there. I know it wasn't my question, but
Oh, that sounds like an
That's
album I need to listen to.
I
That's
was
some
like,
real
oh,
stuff.
Oh, it's gotta be my question. Come on out.
Do you have that record?
I don't. I really want it.
Should get
James,
that.
I think you're the last one to ask one more question
Ooh,
out of the
okay,
Cali Cap here.
Okay. Make it a good one.
I think this would be for Harvey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't need any more.
Harvey. If you could be any nursery rhyme character, who would you be and why?
Ask him a different.
Nursery, right? Damn.
What are the nursery rhymes? Little Bo Peep and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Mother
yeah.
Goose and Humpty
Mother
Dumpty.
Goose,
Three Blind
Jack and
Mice.
Jack and
Jill.
the Beanstalk, does that count? That's not a nursery. That's a whole story.
Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
Jack and the Beanstalk?
Jack and Jill. Did they fall down and like bust their shit? No, I'm good.
I think they die.
Yeah,
I think so.
this is
like, never
pretty,
get up
pretty,
again, I think is
pretty
how-
dark, man.
Was
Yeah.
it Rig Rather Rosie?
Wait, what was I thinking beforehand? What did I have in
I said
mind?
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Is that? There's got to be a song for that.
I don't
that
think it's
counts.
technically a nursery rhyme, but
Or like the knick-knack, paddywhack, give it. These
Dog
are
a
just
bone.
nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's about anybody or anything, but that one's pretty hard. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
That's
come
fair,
on,
that's fair.
give a dog a
Give
bone.
a dog a bone.
And, like, help a brother out, just for the if we're gonna embody, the spirit of a nursery rhyme. Sorry, maybe I took that in the wrong direction.
No,
I
no,
love
it's
that.
spot
Jack
on.
and the
love that.
Beanstalk. If I can't climb the beanstalk and get the golden goose, you know what I mean, and like kick it with some giants.
Right.
Also, if the giants were a metaphor, let's go with Jack and the Beanstalk, and the giants are a metaphor for like my heroes. That would be dope.
You just took it there. That was
We
great.
could write a song about that.
We could.
Meta.
Yeah. Yeah.
4. Marcus Angeloni,
Callie.
do you have any parting words for the humans?
Thanks so much for listening, hanging out with us. I hope you had as much fun as we did, and I hope we get to do it again soon. Thanks. Harvey, James, House Blend,
Cheers.
Glory, glory.
Portland, Oregon. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Thank you, Harvey.
Yeah.
And thank you, all humans, for tuning in and watching and listening once again. My name is Callie Krajic, and this is House Blend.